Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. My name's Em. If you don't know, now you know. Hi guys! How are you? How was your week? What'd you see? Nope. What'd you see? What'd you do? Did you eat good food? Hi. I didn't upload last week. So sorry. Are we shocked? You shouldn't be. If you are, you really shouldn't be. But we're back. How was your guys' week? I had a good week. I went home last weekend because we did like a little supper for my sister's grad because she finished high school, and Kendall also moved home, so we went paddleboarding on Saturday, and it was a good thing. Like it was a whole thing, and it was good. I had a lot of fun, and yeah, but we're back. It's Friday when I'm recording this. This has to go up on Monday, so once again I am doing everything last minute, but that's okay. First of all, if you guys watch the podcast, like if you watch on YouTube, I finally made like somewhat of an intro. It's not like an actual intro. I don't have any music or anything to it yet, but we're getting there. Changed the thumbnails. I think it looks a lot better. We changed all of the branding colors and new profile picture, new episode art, like the whole nine. So I'm excited about that. It is a billion degrees here this week. Okay, it's only like 25. It's really not that bad. But in comparison to the like low 10s that we've had for months, it feels very warm in here. Like I'm sweltering. I've had the AC off for like 5 seconds so that I could start recording, and I'm sweating. But anyways, how was your guys' week? Okay, so we're just gonna kind of get into it. On Tuesday, this past, like last week, I guess, I went to the gym for the first time on my own in like a week and a half. I went on Saturday when I was home with my dad and my brother. I had not been to the gym on my own, or like my home gym, not like my personal, but like the gym that I go to. I had not been in a week and a half, which we'll get into why, but anyways, anytime I go, I like post a little story on what I trained that day and blah, blah, blah. And I ended up posting, so I like posted my little fucking mirror picture, and then the next story that I posted, I just kind of went into detail on, how do I explain? I essentially was talking about the fact, if you want to see what it actually said, like if you want to actually read what I said, I'll have it highlighted on my Instagram so you can go take a look. But essentially I was just going into the fact that I hadn't been to the gym in a week and a half, and I have really, I don't want to say fallen out of love with the gym because I don't think that's true, but I have been not enjoying the gym lately, and it sucks. So I posted this story talking about that, and also talking about like why I find it so important to find activities and interests in fitness and health that don't necessarily involve the gym, because you're not gonna love the gym every second of every day. So I posted that. I don't know why I posted it, because if I'm being honest, on the gym page, I don't often get super in-depth about like how I'm feeling about my workouts and stuff like that, just because, I don't know, I try not to be like a super negative person. But I felt like it was something that I wanted to post because it's something that I wanted to talk about for so long. And I feel like a lot of people, not that people don't talk about this, because they 100% do, but I feel like there's still such a, I don't want to say stigma, because I don't think that's the right word. There is still such a push in the fitness and health and wellness industry to be 100% dedicated and motivated to the gym at all times, that there's no excuses and all of this shit. And I just don't agree with that almost at all. Anyways, so I posted that story, and I wasn't really expecting much to come of it, because I was like, whatever, like a couple people like it, and that's fine. It was more so for me to just like vocalize the shit that I was feeling and not to like get a response. Oh my god, I had so many people, first of all, just like the story, but I had so many people message me about it, and so many people were sharing it, and it was just, I don't know, like I think Birdie just moved the entire framing of this, but that's okay. Anyways, I had so many people message me and like swipe up on that story talking about the fact that they were feeling similar, or that they've gone through this before, or that they were like currently going through it and didn't know what to do about it. And I don't have a ton of followers on my gym page, which is fine. I don't know that I want a ton of followers on that page because it's whatever. So I have like, I think maybe like 200 followers on it, which is fine. There was so many people that I didn't follow or that didn't follow me, you know, like we weren't whatever, that were messaging me about this story. So I was like, oh my God, people are fucking seeing this. This is scary. And it was a really cool, I don't think experience is the right word, but it was a cool feeling to have conversations with people who either, like, we just have a very different existence in terms of the industry and how, like, the part that we play in it. You know, I don't have a ton of followers on Instagram, but I was having people messaging me who have like 10 plus K followers. Just, it was such a not weird, that's not the right word, but it was a really cool, like, that whole day. I spent almost the entire day messaging and talking to so many different people about their personal experiences with feeling like gym burnout. I don't know that you could call it burnout, but you know what I mean? Like, either people that were currently feeling or have gone through the feeling of, the gym used to give me so much peace and comfort, and that was like where I felt the best about myself, and now that's not where I'm at. So we're just gonna kind of talk about it, because I think it's important for people to not only understand that this is like a very normal thing, to see somebody else going through that, you know, if that makes any sense. So here's the thing. I have been training in the gym since, oh my God, 2021? That's wild. Like, I'd say like summer of 2021. So almost 3 years at this rate, which, oh my God, that's crazy when I actually think about it, because it doesn't feel like it's been that long. So I've been training for 3 years. The first 2 years of that were very off and on, and I wouldn't say I was ever, not that I wasn't consistent, but I didn't have a ton of like set in stone goals for myself in the gym. I was more so going because it was a good outlet for me to get some of my fucking anger out, but also it just made me feel good about myself to go and like move my body and do something that I knew was benefiting my health, both mentally and physically. And then this past year, once I switched gyms to my current gym, I'd say that's when I really like dedicated myself to the gym and made my decision to go to the gym more intentional. But I also just set a lot more goals for myself, and goals that were actually like achievable and things that I could work towards. The past year has been when I've really am consistently in the gym 4 to 6 days a week and doing varied training, whatever. So 3 years is a long time. Don't get me wrong. I know people who have trained a lot longer than that. In those 3 years, for a long time, I held this mentality of, there was this transition between, I played sports when I was younger, and then then COVID hit and I graduated, and there was like this weird lull in time where I wasn't doing anything, and then I started training in the gym, and that became my fitness. That became how I was moving my body. That became my training. And I got stuck in this cycle of, I want to make a change, I want to do other things, but I don't know how to, because my entire adult life, my exercise has been like strength training in the gym, and I don't know how to make a switch. I don't know how to change that. Now, that's not me saying that I never want to step foot in the gym ever again. Not true at all. I want to preface this. I went back to the gym this week. I posted that on Tuesday. I've been back on my normal gym schedule all week. I had such good lifts all week. I had such good workouts. My runs were good. I think we're out of the funk, but that doesn't take away from the fact that I knew that I wanted a change in how I felt, but also just how I was exercising and my intentions behind my exercise, and I did not know how to change that because I felt like I had put myself in this box of, oh, Emily works out, like Emily lifts weights, that's all she can do. Which is not fucking true, and it makes me sad that I stuck myself in that box for so long. I think it's really, really important for people to understand that maybe you will love the gym forever, and you'll never have a period in your life where you feel like, I don't really want to go to the gym. And not just, there is a difference between, everybody always says, when you're not motivated, you have to be dedicated. I 100% agree that you have to have a level of dedication to your health and to your future. Now, that's not to say, like, don't get me wrong, there has been times where I've not been motivated to go to the gym at all, or like a week where I'm not motivated, and that's where your dedication has to step up and be like, hey, no, you're gonna go and you're gonna train, you're gonna have a workout, whatever. It was like a whole other story last week of I have no motivation to go to the gym. Also, I'm not like dedicated enough to go because I am not enjoying the way that I'm training. I'm not enjoying my workouts. I'm not enjoying my lifts anymore. And that's where I was at for like, honestly, like 2 months, which sounds bad, but there was like a point in time where I was training with people more than I was training by myself. And I don't prefer that. I prefer to train by myself. So I lost a lot of dedication there. And I don't know. I hadn't been enjoying my lifts for a couple weeks at least. So I took my week and a half off, I didn't go. And then I went with my dad and my brother on Saturday and I had a really good lift, and that kind of like jump started my feeling of like, no, I think I want to get back in the gym. Like, I think my little funk is over. I think I'm back in a spot or a position in life where this is going to be a beneficial thing for me. And then this past week, I had great workouts, like they were great. I enjoyed myself at the gym. I looked forward to going to the gym every day. And like, I'm going to the gym tomorrow morning and I'm excited for that. So I think the gym can be very, very repetitive. That's kind of like the whole premise of strength training, is doing similar, if not the same exercises every week with different weights and varying reps, like can be a sport or a lifestyle where you often feel like you're not making huge amounts of progress. Especially there's a wall that a lot of people hit. You have like your newbie gains when you first start going to the gym and your numbers and your stats are increasing like drastically each week. And then you get to this point where, if you can squat, let's say like 315, squatting 315 can feel a lot different than squatting like 320. It's only 5 pounds difference. Whereas when you're squatting like, for example, 60 pounds, 60 to 65 probably doesn't, like, it for most people doesn't feel as drastically different. It's the same amount of change in weight, but there's just this wall that people hit of suddenly your stats aren't increasing crazy every single week, and you're not seeing this like linear progress that you used to see. And it's a lot more likely for people to have bad quote unquote weeks. It's more likely to see, you have to go down in weight certain weeks, or you're losing reps here and there. That's a lot more normal the further you get into it. And I think for a lot of people, it can be really, myself included, it can be really frustrating to feel like, every single week I'm going into the gym and I'm working my ass off. I am like beating myself up every single week and I am not seeing any progress. I am not seeing this linear change that I used to see. And I feel like I'm failing. You're not failing. Any movement is good movement and all that jazz. But in the gym, it can feel like I am not making the progress that I used to make. I am not feeling as fulfilled by my workouts as I used to feel. And I think that's where I was at, if I'm being honest. I hit a really bad plateau on most of my lifts, besides like, your secondaries and stuff. I hit a really bad plateau for like a month, and it fucked with my head, it brought me right back to being a kid and feeling like no matter what I did in the sports that I did, and no matter how hard I trained, and no matter how much effort I put in, there was just this wall of like, here's where Emily is, here's where she wants to be, there's this wall in between that I can't figure out how to cross. And it brought me back to feeling like that, and I didn't enjoy that. And don't get me wrong, like, it's good to have challenges in whatever sport or lifestyle choice you're doing, like 100%. But it was just mentally taxing to feel like I am going to the gym every single day and I am seeing no changes. I've been training for 3 years and I feel like I look the same, if not worse, and it's one of those things that most people deal with at some point in their training. But not everybody wants to talk about it. It's not a fun thing to talk about. If I'm going to the gym with somebody or I'm training with somebody, I don't really want to look at them and be like, hey, just so you know, like, I absolutely fucking hate coming to the gym right now and I'm miserable being here. Nobody wants to hear that, for the most part. Nobody wants to sit and fucking listen to you bitch about how much you hate the gym, So it was like, it was a really cool and, I don't want to say rewarding, but, like, made me feel less isolated and less, like, this is something that's wrong with me, by having so many people reach out and message me and say, like, I've been going through this for so long, or I stepped away from the gym and I started doing something else, but now I want to get back into the gym, but I feel like I don't have a space there anymore. And if you need somebody to say it, you can do whatever the fuck you want with your fitness. Nothing tying you to one specific style of training for the rest of your life. If I really wanted, I could cancel my gym membership and I could, I don't know, go take Pilates classes every week. And that's what I could do for the next 6 months. And that would be fine. Nobody can stop me, and nobody should, like, that is 100% your decision to make. And if that's what you think at this phase in your life is going to make you feel more fulfilled, do it. So I had a couple people ask what I changed about my workouts and what I was doing differently and why I felt like this was, like, a better choice for me. And if I'm being honest, I just went back to not really giving a shit about what each workout looked like. Not in a bad way, not in, like, oh, I don't want to put any effort in and I don't really care, like, how the workout goes. Not like that. I'm saying in the sense, I used to be so strict with myself on what exercises I had to do every single day, and oh, I have to do X amount of sets on this lift and I have to do whatever. I just used to be insanely strict with myself because I felt like I was going to make no growth if I wasn't being very harsh and strict with my training. And I'm not doing that anymore. You know, if I find a fun workout on TikTok, maybe that's what I'm going to do the next week. And I still have, like, my key lifts that I really want to progress on, and I keep those the same. But I've just been adding so much more fun shit. I love doing, like, a full body day now, which I used to hate. I love cardio circuits, which I used to hate. All of this stuff of, like, so say for my quad, like, on the day that I train quads, I'm not only training quads now I'm doing, like, quads and, like, jump training, because for some reason that's what I want to do right now, is improve my vertical and be more nimble and agile, whatever you want to say. So I'm doing a lot of jump training. On the day that I train hamstrings, I'm also doing sprint intervals, which I've done for a while, but now I'm, like, putting a lot of effort into them, you know, and just random shit like that I'm just trying to have more fun in the gym and remind myself that I train because it makes me happy and because it's going to improve the quality and length of my life, and that's really exciting. And me going to the gym allows me to do so many other fun things that I enjoy doing in life, and it's not supposed to be a punishment. Me going to the gym every day is not a punishment to my body. It's not a punishment to myself. And I think that's, at the end of the day, that's what I really had to remind myself of, was the fact that me going to the gym is such a privilege, and it is such a cool thing that I'm able to do and that my body is able to do, and I shouldn't see it as a negative thing, because it's not. Yes, it's really fucking hard. I almost threw up. Thursday I trained hamstrings, and I almost threw up. I was so ill, like, the whole workout. It was so fucking hard. But I left the gym and I was like, damn, I feel great. I am so content that I did that. I am so happy that I am able to push my body and do really cool shit like that. It's okay to not stick to one style of training. It's okay to not love the gym anymore. If it's not fulfilling you and if it's not something that you love, you don't have to do it, and that's fine. You don't have to stick with anything. If you were a long distance runner and now that doesn't make you feel happy or make you feel okay, do something else. You have autonomy over your life and over your training, and you should use it. And just because people have such this, like, people love to push this mentality of, if you change the way you're training, or if you stop going to the gym and start doing something else, it's because you failed, and it's because you gave up and you didn't have the motivation or the dedication. Or it's simply not the case. Sometimes you just don't fucking enjoy shit anymore. I don't like the same shit that I liked when I was, like, 14. So, but, like, it wouldn't make sense for me to continue to force myself to do and try to enjoy the things I liked at 14 at 21. Because I'm very different people. Me 6 months ago was a very different person than I am today. 6 months ago, I was obsessed with the gym. And I feel like every winter, I am obsessed with the gym because you can't go outside. It's too fucking cold here to go outside and do anything. So My happy place is in the gym. Whereas in the summer, I do so many other things in a day that sometimes I don't feel the need to go to the gym. We went paddleboarding on Saturday, and like I'm going paddleboarding tomorrow, and it's gonna be really fucking hard. I probably won't want to go to the gym tomorrow after paddleboarding all day, and that's okay. If I want to go for, I don't know, like a 10K hike instead of doing cardio circuits that day, great. Do whatever the fuck is gonna get you outside, get you moving, get you doing something, because that's all that really matters. Guess what I just ordered? It's not completely irrelevant, but it feels irrelevant. You know those like sprint parachutes that you can get, like the running parachutes? I ordered one of those. I ordered my own, like, it came in a little kit from Amazon. So I ordered like an agility ladder and some pylons and one of those parachutes, because I want to go train outside sometimes, and I don't own any equipment right now. So I got this little kit, and it breaks down into like this little tiny little duffel bag. And that's what I'm going to do on the weekends, is go train outside in a random field, because that's what's going to make me happy now. That's all I got. Essentially, do whatever the fuck makes you happy. Train however you feel you want to train right now. And don't feel the pressure, or like don't feel like you have to stick with one specific style of training just because that's what you've done up to this point. It literally doesn't matter. This isn't your job. For most people, this is not your job. This is a choice that you make every single day to benefit your long-term health. This is a choice that you make every single day. This is a choice that you make every single day and every week and every month to move your body and nourish your body and do the things that are going to make you feel good and make you live well. It's not a punishment. It's not a bad thing. So do whatever the fuck you want. Like, train however you have to / want to train to enjoy it, because that's all that really matters. So I don't know. That's all I got for this week. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit more in depth, because I thought it was a really cool thing to have so many people message me and say that they were in the same boat, or they've been in the same boat, and that it was nice to have other people to talk to about it. So if that's what you needed, I hope that you listen to this. You know, if you needed to hear somebody else say that it's okay to not 100% love the gym or love whatever style of training you're doing right now, that's okay. That's not you saying, like, you admitting or you accepting the fact that you don't love the way you're training right now is not you saying you're never going to train like that again. I hated the gym last week. Probably, like, last week I probably would have told you that I'd be okay if I never stepped foot in the gym again. And this week I'm like, damn, I already went to the gym this morning and I could go back. Like, I am excited to go back tomorrow morning. That's just how it goes, baby. That is how it fucking goes. So anyways, that's all I've got for this week. Thank you so much for listening this far, guys. I appreciate you so much. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a review, whatever else it is they let you do. It doesn't make a big difference for you guys, but it makes a huge difference for me. Go follow me on Instagram. K from M for the podcast, EBFit for my gym page, Emily Brouillard for my personal, and we're on YouTube. I say it every week, and I'll continue to say it, so if you'd rather watch your podcasts, the link will be in the show notes. But yeah, I don't know. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I hope that either you enjoy your training as is right now, or if you're not enjoying it, change something up, do something different, and do something fun, because you deserve it. Okay, that's all I've got. We'll chat next time.